Halfpenny. More of Malcolm and Lee Halfpenny on the Get Inspired website, bbc.co.uk/Get Inspired. Also plenty of information there about how you can get playing at your local club. It could be you kicking the British and Irish Lions to glory 20 years from now. You could be the next Lee Halfpenny. And Ryan, what more is there to say about Lee Halfpenny? An incredible competitor when he's on this pitch. Yeah,
he's a wonderful, wonderful rugby player, Jace. You know, and from a captain or even a teammate's point of view, knowing you're walking down a tunnel into a field, into an arena like this, with a player that the rest of the rugby world would give their left arm to have in their team, is a huge, huge asset. We went through it with a generation ago when Shane Williams was with us, and now we've got a very old match winner in Lee Halfpenny.
You have now got young kids playing rugby union in Wales wanted to be the next Lee Halfpenny.
He is the most down-to-earth, and that's what I like about him more than anything about his rugby. He's the most down-to-earth superstar, and he is a superstar. You can't go anywhere in Wales, and he still works as hard as he ever has. He's just an unbelievable role model.
Carlo, you've been in that Italian side. What's it like when you have this team huddle waiting for this stadium to erupt?
Once you walk down the tunnel, you don't need to realise the atmosphere that's waiting for you as you get out. I mean, you look at it, as soon as you feel the heat of the pyrotechnics, and you hear the stadium erupt, and you actually realise you're going to be in for a battle.
Well, I don't know where you're watching this rugby match today, but I can tell you the atmosphere here in the Millennium Stadium is just incredible. And Ryan, you've been in this position many, many times. Alan Wynne-Jones, the captain of Wales today. What's this like when you walk to the tunnel into 72,000 people, Ryan?
They'll be coming out the change rooms now with a thunderous noise of footsteps above them. You come down a tunnel, Alan Wynne will be out first, and he'll be faced with a wall of noise, a wall of colour, and a wall of expectation. And the pyrotechnics go off. Physically, you're on edge, your heart rate's pumping, fireworks are going off. Emotionally and psychological, Jace, we're on a real edge now, and this is business time. These guys are ready for battle now.
Turn up your volume, listen to this. And I get the feeling as well, Martin, there's expectation on these shoulders now. These fans, they're used to success, they want it again.
Yeah, they are. They're expecting this, they're expecting a comfortable win, but you never write off the Italians and hurt down the past, so this is going to be a tough game.
Right, you may be able to see the Italian players are wearing black armbands. It's been a week of tragedy for Italian rugby. Felipe Cantone, an under-20 academy player, died in a car crash last Saturday. Many of his teammates were playing in the under-20 Six Nations last night. In a separate tragedy, an Italian board member, Roberto Bessio, who was in charge of the under-20 Azzurri team, also died this week of a heart attack. So the Italians are wearing black armbands. There will be a minute's silence here today in memory of Filippo and Roberto. It has been a week of tragedy for Italian rugby, and they will now be remembered here at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, the home of the defending champions. A tragic week for Italian rugby, immaculately observed from this crowd here in the Millennium Stadium. Here we go, the Six Nations starts here. Here come the anthems. nation. Two great anthems, wonderful atmosphere. Two of the most rousing anthems you will hear during this wonderful rugby union tournament. The stage is set, France v England to come, but here in Cardiff it's Wales v Italy. Let's join our match commentators Jonathan Davis, and good afternoon to Andrew Cotter.
Yes, good afternoon, for now at least. Welsh players, supporters and rugby as a whole in this part of the world come together in loud and passionate harmony, forgetting about the storm outside above the roof. There is the forward pack for Wales in this one. What a team it is today. Just a couple of understudies in the forwards. Paul James at loose head with the recently fit again Gethin Jenkins given a week more. Luke Charlton as starts in the second row alongside captain Alan Wynne-Jones. But that back row of Lydia Tipperick and Falatau hardly diminished by the absence of Warburton. And it's a backline near full strength. Centre Scott Williams would push a fit Jonathan Davis for his place. Fly half perhaps the only uncertain position. Reece Priestland gets the nod today, but North Cuthbert, Halfpenny make up a back three that will be very, very hard to contain. For Italy, it's a tale of two groups, a massively experienced pack. Look, Marco Bortolami reaches 100 caps and is still behind tight head Castrogiovanni and captain Parisi at number 8, and feisty Bergamasco is back at open side flanker. But then the backline, three 20-year-olds starting today. Outside centre, Michele Campagnaro, Angelo Esposito making his debut on the wing, and Tommaso Allen at fly half, the latest to try to give Italy a touch of class at number 10. We'll run through the replacement shortly. This is the referee from Ireland, John Lacey, in the 2014 RBS Six Nations is underway. And instantly the take from the captain for Wales, Alan Wynne-Jones. Once he's captained this side before, back in 2008 against Italy. He's captained the Lions, of course. And you think about that third test against Australia in the summer, and 9 of this Welsh lineup here started that match against Australia for the Lions. That is the calibre that Italy face, but Castrogiovanni carries it in. And Parisi there, always there. It is Giraldini, a very experienced man in the pack, the hooker. This is the most experienced international pack ever to grace a rugby field in terms of caps. With the first continuity, McLean takes it in. And Wales defending ably enough at the moment. Michele Campagnaro is one of the 20-year-olds, and still with the Italians, a few Azzurri fans around us. The link is provided by Castrogiovanni. The Welsh fans respond. Parisi is there. Moves out there! Still with Italy, Edoardo Gori once again. Fed on by Bortolami out to Alberto Scarbi. 11 phases, but it ends in a penalty for Wales.
Yeah, not much penetration there by the Italians. And Falatau gets over the ball and gets the penalty. But it'll be interesting to see how the halfbacks, Italian halfbacks, Tommaso Allen and Gori go, because they are in transitional period. They want to play a little bit more expansive, and they're going to be crucial. Their input will be crucial. There's the penalty being cleared out. It will be interesting to see how Wales play as well, Andrew, because you know, the debate at number 10, Priestland or Bigger. Bigger's been playing well, but I just think that Priestland had the nod. They want to play a little bit more heads up, a little bit more expansive. And as I said earlier, the difference in physique between the Welsh backline and the Italian backline is phenomenal. So that'll be the big question: can they cope?
Well, the Welsh lineup nearly disrupted, but it came back to Hibbard. The blonde hair flies over the halfway line. Done by Charteris. And there's Priestland giving it wide to Roberts, back inside to George North. Bounces one man aside. Carried on by Alan Wynne-Jones, Castrogiovanni.
Well held up by Giovanni, but is he going to go to ground? He's got to roll away.
Ooh, the whistle went to John Lacey's mouth, but it's back there for Wales now. Adam Jones comes in. And a little grubber through.
Lovely kick.
Nicely placed on and missed. And it might be a chance. It's a gift. A gift for Alex Cuthbert. You cannot afford to give Wales chances like that. What a A mess it was. Esposito on the wing. It was a well-placed kick, but not that well-placed. Alex Cuthbert, dream start for Wales.
Yeah, a lot of variety by Wales. You know, the dummy runner from Scott Williams, but you know, them on the outside. It's a lovely little kick, but this should be taken. Right winger comes across and covers. Esposito, just a dreadful bounce. Just watch, it's a lovely kick, but it's covered. This should be cleaned up. Just mistimes it, misjudges the bounce, and Cuthbert is there.
Oh, Esposito on his debut. Oof, he's still looking for his first touch.
Yeah, he should have had it.
Yeah.
But that's a big mistake. You know, you've got to go down, you've got to get behind the ball. And Cuthbert, when he is around, he's a deadly finisher. That's a poor start by the Italians. Worst start possible for them.
Come into this game, Italy will have said, keep in touch with Wales for as long as possible, see if their nerves start to fray. 4 minutes in. Try for Wales, conversion attempt for Lee Halfpenny. Thing of beauty on the tight angle for the right footer, it doesn't matter, and Wales have a 7-point start in this game.
Just to see once again, lovely little grubber. Mistake, try, simple as.
It's almost as if he anticipated it just bouncing up nicely for him. And trundled low. Phillips. As Williams gives it out to Jamie Roberts. Priestland.
It's a very good kick, well taken though.
Coming on, Tommaso Allen and McLean.
Yes.
So Halfpenny thumps it down there again. Eduardo Gori, scrum half waiting. Sergio Parise, captain alongside.
Dangerous kick coming up here, but a very good one.
Just over the head of Alex Cuthbert.
He had the easy option just to take it in the 22 and bang it into touch, but he had a little look up and took the difficult option. A dangerous kick, but struck beautifully.
These are the line-out stats from the autumn internationals. And that's where they go to in the line-outs. Let's see where Richard Hibbard's going to go here.
It'll be interesting, you know, the front ball is the most difficult to attack from a back line, but it's a safer ball. Yep, there it is.
Down by Charteris and through Phillips, and Faletau was there, and in comes Roberts.
Straight.
And there's Cuthbert wide, and George North building up ahead of Stephen George with a trip for himself to chase. Esposito is trying to get there. But the clearing kick, in fact. The ball is so nearly there for George North, but eventually coming across from the left wing was Leonardo Sarto.
Again, good covering by both Italian wingers.
It's okay, it's level.
Sarto does exceptionally well to see the danger. He comes all the way across. Lovely click by George North. The variety is good, the lines of running. 4 Welsh players scouting for that try. Good play, good pass. A great cover by the blindside Italian winger.
In position now, he's great for Wales down goes. The ball as Alan Wynne-Jones secured it at the line-out.
It's a good position. A lot of the Italian players have gone to ground. They've regrouped. They're in a great position.
Let's see what the Welsh forwards can do now. Castro Giovanni arms out. Parise as well. Tries to get in there and get it from the grasp of Mike Phillips.
Well played, Parise.
Hibbard in there looking for it. A good defence by Italy.
That's very good play, except for the kick.
Comes off the body and into the arms of Priestland. The first knock on there of Wales, so Italy have the scrum. Have to applaud their defence there.
Yeah, I thought they had big problems there. A lot of the Italian players had gone to ground, but they regrouped and just scrambled. Parise was in there.
No, here. It's outside. No,
after the
outside.
tackle by Parisi. But again, good disruptive work by the Italians.
Close, boys. Let's go. Close.
This will be interesting now.
Yes.
Scrum.
Seconds. No,
Well, as I said, the Italian game was based on this, and for some reason, looked very, very weak last season.
Stand up. Okay. You get in the slot, you open up your shoulder.
Well, one thing, Andrew, you've lasted longer this match than last year's match. This time now, you were in the gentleman's toilet in Rome.
Too much information, as the young kids say today.
Crouch!
Good times. Good times.
Bind! Set.
Look at that ball put in sharply there. It was stable for a moment. One thing about the scrum as well, Adam Jones has had to adjust. He was so good at getting the hits.
Okay,
the hits as used to be.
No push before the ball. No push.
Important in the scrum, but of course there is no real hit now. There's a tiny little hit, and I wonder if that's depowered the Italian forwards as well. It's a very different beast now, the scrum.
Yeah, very different. And yeah, Adam Jones has struggled to adjust a little bit, but this is the competition where he'll step up to the mark again.
Set. Head and shoulders one.
I've enjoyed those scrums. Penalty to Italy.
Head and shoulders up.
Head and shoulders up is the instruction from John Lacey.
One head and shoulders.
And Paul James is the man penalised. So McLean clears for Italy.
Head and shoulders one.
And the referee again just giving the instruction this time to Captain Alan Wynne-Jones, who was asking what was wrong with that. And had a look at Wales line-out stats in the autumn internationals. There's Italy. That's go mostly to the middle. Long this time in the abbreviated line-out.
15. No. Away! Away!
To get the good rolling maul, and it is a good rolling maul.
Side entry 4.
And a penalty coming to Italy as well. Charter is coming in at the side.
Yeah, this penalty will give him field position. I think it'll be too far to go for goal. That's a very good drive by the Italian pack.
4 entry.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a kick for touch by Luke McLean. That's a good one as well. Into the 22 they'll go. Well, it steadied things a little bit after that frightening start.
Yeah, they started well, the Italians. They're just one defensive lapse, one mistake, and they're 7 points behind now. First opportunity, first real attacking opportunity, short and line out. Bergamasco, Parise in midfield.
Taken down by Bortolami, quickly shipped out, and there is Allen now, and Mauro Bergamasco straight into the defence.
Advantage.
And advantage again to Italy.
Off your feet.
And Dan Lydiate was penalised there. Still advantage to Italy. Giraldini.
Yeah, it's a free play now, so they've got the penalty.
6 not rolling.
Well, he was rolling, but unfortunately he rolled right into the path of the scrum half. So if it wasn't going to be a penalty, it made the decision a lot easier. Just watch, he makes the tackle. He's trying to roll away. He doesn't know which way to go.
4. Have a word.
Yeah, it's slow.
Well, it's going to be a fairly straightforward puppet goal for Tommy Allen, Tommaso Allen. Sorts of players changing their names now. Lydiate's infringement. Talked about Allen's heritage. John Allen, his uncle, played for Scotland and South Africa during those days. He was the hooker, but Tommy Allen played for under-17s, under-18s, under-20s for Scotland, but born in Vicenza to an Italian mother, and Italy's latest fly half. Through it goes, and that's a good response from Italy, because That could have been a horrible first 15 minutes, but just 4 points adrift after that gift of a try.
Yeah, they certainly play with a bit more wit, you know, with the young 9 and 10.
So Priestland gets us going again, goes long, and Parise lurking. There's the promise from Jacques Brunel, the Italian coach, that Italy are going to play more open rugby now. The clearing kick from Gori. That's why the roof is closed today. Both coaches have to agree to it, and the Italians said that's fine. We'll have the roof closed as well.
Well, the weather's been dreadful last month. Rain, rain, rain. So thank God the roof has been closed. New pitch.
Long, Falatau. Good offload to Roberts. Hibbard direct into his opposite number, Giraldini. The pass is loose, and Cuthbert has to sweep it up.
It's a turnover ball, is it? They've done well. Done very well to keep that. I thought he was isolated.
Roberts again into Castrogiovanni and Bortolami.
Well, they're a bit bunched at the moment, Wales. That's the last man there, Scott Williams, on the halfway line.
Owen Priestland dips his head and goes himself. Good offload to Jimmy Roberts. Back it comes again, Phillips.
Good play, Parise.
Parise, wonderful disrupting. And Mauro Bergamasco looks outside and then goes himself. Penalty to Italy. And Wales not rolling away in the tackle.
Well, that's a couple of times now Mike Phillips has been caught by Parise. Just watch, he goes in, yeah, he just takes that step and Parise comes round. There was only 3 men in the ruck, look, so it's very easy to come round. It's not a big ruck.
The penalty is conceded, Wales in front in that start at the moment.
And the penalties conceded will give Italy good field position.
Was Bergamasco. He made his debut for Italy in 1998.
Yeah, well, couldn't roll away there. Oliver Jones couldn't get away from Bergamasco. 1998.
There's Giraldini back on his feet. Just a reminder, we're having a vote who you think is going to win the Six Nations. You can do it via Twitter or at bbc.co.uk/rugbyunion. All the hashtags. If you don't know what a hashtag is, we cannot help you. Yeah. So we're back to a full complement of 15 players on both sides. Wales just not concerned yet, certainly about that early try. But things not quite ticking over perfectly at the moment.
No, they've got to just be a bit more clinical.
What can Italy do? Gori carries it in. Then Alessandro Zani. A bit of space for a moment, but carried in by Allen, and penalty this time to Wales.
Talupi Falatau with the tackle. Again, the second steal by Falatau.
2 cracking number 8s on display today. Well, the clearing kick goes to touch. Ryan Jones, come in with your thoughts, please.
There's great urgency there with the turnover from Talupi, but you'll see the urgency with which Mike Phillips and Rhys Priestland wanted the ball. Wales will have come into this game determined to keep the tempo high, ball on the park for as long as they can, to really stress this Italian team. So they won't want to stop in play. You'll see them trying to keeping the tempo high in and around set piece and penalties, because it's a way of stressing Italy to the benefit from later on in the game.
Crunching tackle, come in there and the ball disrupted, and George North has to use his speed now, but he's seized upon by Esposito. Wonderful defence by Italy. There's Charteris.
Time to release the move!
A ferocious start by Italy. Just that one mistake costing them halfpenny long. And taken in nicely by Leonardo Sarto.
Jesus. going to be running nuts.
Did well to get away to Luke McLean. He runs into Jones and Hibbard.
A turnover here, maybe. Yes. That's a great tackle again.
On your feet, please, five.
Hibbard smashed two players there.
A couple of good thumps in this passage of play.
But just watch this. You can read the play. That's far too obvious, that play is. He just spots the man and nails him. You know, you can't afford to just show your hand very early on. There was only one player that ball was going to, and that was Scott Williams. He read it very, very well, Campanaro, and just absolutely nailed him. The dummy runners have got to show a little bit more interest that they might get the ball and take the defensive runner away from the eventual ball carrier.
So no lineouts lost yet, and Wales will have an attacking lineout right on the 22. Hibbard taken down by Tipperick, and it goes to ground. Went backwards though.
Play on, yeah.
He seems to just stop for a moment.
Good counter drive again. They've slowed it down.
No, it's available.
Phillips has to dig, and there is Fanatau. Friesland. Roberts was in the middle again. Hibbard. Very impressive ball carrier.
Hold.
Alan Wynne Jones.
Looking for the one pass.
Touch and release
That's what
the
they've
ball.
got to do. Spread the defence a little bit.
Right it goes now, and there is Jimmy Roberts. Still going.
It's a very good tackle by Gorey. Had to be made.
He's looking at this Italian defence. Really being tested now. And the cutter is coming in with the crash ball. Couldn't quite get to him. What can Jimmy Roberts do with this? Sato and Bergamasco are there.
Use it!
Charteris
No,
shovels it on.
It's on.
George North has support outside in Fanatau. North himself. And there's Alan Wynne Jones. The space disappears though. Into touch he goes.
That's a very, very good defence by the Italians. You know, I don't think Wales are getting over the gain line enough yet. They're going wide very early, and the Italians are really defending well. I mean, look at this. It's a stronger defence. They've got caught. Campanaro makes it again. He's been very, very strong defensively, Campanaro. Gets across, makes a tackle on George North. Only win into touch. I think they've got to try and just get Cuthbert and George North into the game a little bit. As I said, the Italian backs aren't the biggest international back line, and I think just a few decoys and throw the two wingers into midfield.
Well, shorten line out, defensive line out for Italy has to work. Just does. Gorey has it.
That ball would have been a long time in the air for Gorey there.
No, don't pull him.
So a quarter of the match gone. 4 points the difference. Farisi shovels it on to Giraldini.
He's struggling, Giraldini, from that hit he put on. I think it was Hibbard early on.
Use it, 9.
So he's down a moment ago again.
It's dangerous play, the Italians there. They're trying to make it easier for the clearing kick, trying to get Gorey into position. The one thing about Gorey, Andrew, he takes 1 or 2 steps while clearing the ball. He is susceptible to a charge down, so he's got to try and clear it, but not taking any steps.
Just to look at the action areas at the moment. Yes, chunk of it happening in the Welsh half, but the last couple of minutes certainly in this area here. Well, there's a little bit of a stutter in the throw from Hibbard.
Not 5. Scrum.
Not 5.
Yeah.
He also seemed to have stepped in.
Yeah, not 5.
Field a bit before, wasn't sure of his throw.
Now, a long bind. One head and shoulders up. Let
so
him
it gives
bind.
the scrum to Italy.
Yes, come in closer, please. Come in closer.
I think Ryan was, was saying that he's trying to keep the ball in play and try and keep the tempo to tire the Italians out. But unfortunately, they're making a few mistakes and giving a few penalties away. And then when the Italians have got the ball, they're dictating the pace of the game, which Wales don't want to happen.
Stand up. Stand up. Don't come up on the scrum. I'll come this side. Let's go.
But they'll be happy. 22 minutes gone on, Drew, and only four points behind. They will be happy.
8.
Yes, if you're joining us a little bit late, it was a freebie for Alex Cuthbert. It was a good move that led up to it, but no mistake by Esposito on the wing that let Alex Cuthbert in for the only try of the game so far. Down it goes again. Penalty to Italy.
He's playing Paul James again. Yeah, same. It's gone down again. Well,
let's go on 15. Yeah.
Very difficult to call that, isn't it? Which one goes down first?
Hence my non-committal noise.
Yeah.
It gives Luke McLean the chance to clear. It's another good clearing kick as well from the fullback, Australian-born fullback. A very interesting game so far, because there was that very, very bright start by Wales, but Italy have been more than equal to since then.
You got anything on that side?
I think Wales have got to be a little bit more direct. Carry the balls, commit players around the ruck area, then go wide. They're going wide a little bit early. And the scramble defences or drift defence, Italian drift defence, coping very well.
In the short line out, slapped back by Bortolami. Parisi waiting in midfield. McLean coming into the line, a little chip through from the fullback.
Yeah, I think he shinned that.
That's the white pigment in his hair. He's not prematurely greying. Had a good chance there, actually. We're going to straighter kick, or kept hold of the ball, but it gives Wales the
take it on the mark first of all.
The line out.
Okay, and I'll get the space for you. Blue, move.
Very canny Italian lineouts. Those players in here have seen a few lineouts and know how to disrupt.
Yes.
That one taken cleanly enough by Alan Wynne-Jones, though. Falatau. Phillips is long down the middle. And McLean sees a bit of space.
That could be a great kick.
Oh, it is a beautiful kick. Just took one little hop infield and out she goes. Well done, the Silver Fox.
Did you watch Berger-Mask on the middle of your screen, just pointing where to kick? Maybe you saw that from his scrum half days.
Yeah.
What scrum half days they were.
Or a scrum half day. Half a day.
It's that game against England. Nick Mallett's decision. Extraordinary. Hibbard, good line out by Wales.
You've got to get with Toby Falatau. You know, he's on his own there, he's exposed. Just take a defender off him. Good chase.
Stop!
Well, he just got that away. Esposito waits.
Great chase.
There's Luke McLean.
Good hit bad again.
This is bright enough play though by Italy. Good hands by Castrogiovanni to Zani. There's Allen.
Good
deeper, ugly pass, well taken by Scarley. And there is Sarto. Gorey, penalty to Wales.
Oh, yeah, he went early.
12 offside.
Scarby, just watch it.
Head of the kicker, 12.
Just watch a replay. It's a good call, really. Whoever called it, they saw Cuthbert in the ruck. Just watch, he's miles offside. Absolutely miles offside. He's like an American footballer.
Priestland trying to kick that off the outside of the boot to give him the angle. It's a very good clearing kick. Carlo Del Fava down there with his thoughts. A bright enough start by Italy, Carlo.
Yes, they have. I mean, I think besides the early try that they've led in, they've made a good recovery. They seem to be putting a lot of pressure on the kickers. The intensity at the breakdown and the tackle area has increased, and they're getting a few turnovers. So they need to keep that intensity up and that cohesion in the defense line in order to keep the Welsh attack at bay.
They do, the crowd here trying to lift the intensity of the Welsh side. Oh, and it's a mistake, but There was a bit of interference there. And penalty to Wales, and a very kickable one. Halfpenny is scuttling forward.
Parise, watch number 11, number 8. Parise pushes and then steps out, hoping not to be seen.
Get the head and shoulders up.
There's Bergamasco. Mirko Bergamasco, the younger brother, is back in the squad as well. He was out for a long time with an injured kneecap.
Very, very good. 27 minutes. You know, first real kickable penalty. Discipline has been good. You know, in their own halves. Slightly slapping the opposition halves. Maybe that's why not one side has got momentum, attacking momentum.
So all those hours practicing his kicks. And so far it's worked. A very good conversion landed. This to give Wales another 3 points. And despite the slip, the ball goes through and Wales have 10 points and a 7-point lead. I remember Diego Dominguez, the great Italian fly half, slipping a couple of times and still the ball went over, and Halfpenny managed it there. So Allen gets us underway again. And Charteris takes it down. Well, the kick nearly works very well for George North coming forward.
Lock on. Blue option. Line out option.
When you're focusing on catching the ball, you don't want to see out the corner of your eye George North coming
Scummer
in.
Line out.
No, he just fell off.
Scummer line out option.
Esposito, there's the slip as he takes it.
Okay.
Still does exceptionally well to nail
knock
that
on
kick
first.
after slipping. Yeah, first knock on.
It's a knock on by Red Boys. You got
Interesting that you know, they do a cross kick from first phase.
I'll watch the binds
Again,
here.
I'd like to see Halfpenny, you know, cut the line outside Scott Williams.
Put your shoulder open. Crouch.
Well, let's have a good scrum.
Bind. Set. Set. Hold. Early
Yeah,
push.
free kick Wales. Early
Early.
push by Italy. So Lydiot carries it on. Half an hour gone, 7 minutes, 7 points in it. And Scott Williams just loves it out now. Alex Cuthbert tries to get round Scarby, gets the kick away. Back there is Luke McLean. Scott Williams around him. Out goes the ball. Wales will have the attacking position.
Good play, got him on the outside.
Pushing early.
And that's the position that Wales have now. And referee just stressing again that it was pushing early that cost Italy that scrum. And the Welsh forwards having decided what to do at this line out. Stroll forward. Hibbert again long, this time Tipperick takes it down, tries to get it down.
Use it 9.
Good drive up the middle, that's what you have to do. The spreading defensively.
So here they come, a more direct approach now for Wales. And then it goes wide, looking for that second try.
Turnover's good.
Turnover, brilliant over. I think it's the winger again.
And
I think it was Sato. Is it?
9.
I think it was. Great turnover.
11 on his feet.
just a reminder, our vote for who do you think is going to win the Six Nations via Twitter and email is now closed.
Yep. You're moving forward.
So Italy with the penalty, McLean with the clearing kick. He's giving these a good old boot today, nearly up to the halfway line.
Yeah. Just watch, you know, this is what the Welsh have got to do. They've got to hold 13. At that occasion, they all came in and the pass was, they've always got the extra man. They've just got to try and, pick the right runner. On that occasion, they did. But if they can hold 13, who's drifting well, Campanaro, then they'll hold the wingers as well. But Campanaro is drifting very well, scrambling very well defensively.
Bortolami is the go-to man in the line-out for Italy. Gets it back to another old campaigner, Mauro Bergamasco.
No. Onside.
And Gori sends it high. Parise trying to get there.
Well done. Tipperick.
Well, there's going to be a little knock on there from Wales. So scrum to Italy.
They're competing very well, putting pressure. All the kicks, they're chasing. As Carlo said, they're chasing absolutely everything. Not giving the Welsh players time on the ball or time to take the high ball.
Well, looked like a hefty fall for George North, but he's fine.
It's a bit of a fight for me as well. I want to kill until the ball goes in. I want to kill until the ball goes in. The scrum is fine.
Good ex-players officiating today. John Nice is there, and Glenn Jackson is running touch as well. Kiwi used to play for Saracens and Bay of Plenty. I'm trying to encourage ex-players to get into refereeing, and then the current players will stop moaning.
Let's go. Time on.
It's another career, isn't it?
I can see you
No
down
push
there.
before the ball. I've spoken to them.
Do you think I am down there? I think, but it's Nigel Owens.
6 minutes to go in this first half, and just 7 points. The difference is that converted try
Bind.
within the first 4 minutes of the match. Down goes the scrum again. I think the referee just wants to let this one go.
Leave it go, please.
Allen to Alberto Scarbi. He's got plenty of strength in midfield.
Yeah, well, he was going to take it on because it plays in front of him.
Crossfield kick now. Parise waiting out there. Parise against George North, and it bounces loose. How did it go loose? So Parise over the line. Is this to be a try?
Right. It's a very, very well executed move. He has stood out there purely because of that.
He's not celebrating.
Let's see who gets a hand on it. No, he doesn't think he scored. He's going back with a scrum.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, John.
Can you check and see is there a blue knock on, please?
Ian Ramage is the
Left
official.
hand. Parise's left hand gets to the ball. That is a knock on.
Just checking, John.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a knock on blue there.
Yeah, clear knock on,
The
John.
crowd knows.
Time on.
Yeah, fair play. Sergio Parise,
Last forward off
classy
eight.
player, classy man. Just walk back to the scrummage.
That nugget says Jacques Brunel. But it was a good move, and it's a good position still for Italy. Welsh scrum.
It's the first scrum, I think. Pressure scrum.
The scrums have been a sort of lottery so far, so Wales just want a good, solid, dependable one, get that ball away.
It's a good scrum, Wales.
Deep it goes, and the clearing kick from Priestland is effective. Esposito takes it well, and here comes the winger. Met well by Tipperick and Lydiate. Gori. There's a bit of zip about this Italian side there.
Yeah, there is. It arced forward.
Ball went loose, so Parise, the whistle will bring them back. Well, they're getting close.
Definitely more zip. Looking to play a little bit more football. I think Gori is having a very, very good game. He's very sharp. Just watch this. Zani unlucky because the pop pass was on.
Time off, please.
That's a very good back row.
Yeah, did that come off Paul James though? There we are. These are the big hits. There's one big hit by George. Runs hard. That's when Geraldini got injured, I think. But then I think he's had a very good game. Campanaro.
Time on. Better than last time. Better. Let's go, Blue.
Castrogiovanni enjoying the tussle. Wales looked at this and thought this is a nice game to ease us into the championship. It's certainly not that so far. We're talking about potential points difference at the end of the championship as well, and how to bolster that with a big win here today. And this time the scrum ends with a penalty to Wales, and Castrogiovanni accused of driving up there in the front row.
3 angle driving up.
Yeah, driving up. Well, first 2 against Paul James, next 2 against the Italian front row.
Spares Wales here, and Priestland has given that a huge boot.
It's a good kick. Last attacking opportunity for Wales. Be good to get a try for them, just to give them a little bit of breathing space. But the Italians, I think, will be very happy with this score at half-time. As I said, after that mistake, which allowed Wales to score the first try, he'll be happy for that.
And the line out a little bit loose again, so a bit deeper than they thought. Wales attack, and Roberts is through this time. He's got support outside from Williams, and Williams will score for Wales. Second try, simple, the hole created by Jamie Roberts, and the try finished by Scott Williams.
That's a good try for Wales, but a body blow for the Italians just before half-time. And I think this is a missed tackle. Good support played by Scott Williams. He's on form. Again, not the best line out. And it's just that angle. He drifts a little bit too early. Drifts too early. Good support by inside. I think it's Scarby, isn't it, who drifts too early. Just goes. Yeah, he's gone too early. Shows too much on the inside for Jamie Roberts. Too big. The angle's too good. And then very good support by Scott Williams.
Well, it's going to be a try at the start and a try at the end of this first half, which is the difference between these sides at the moment. And the timing rather cruel for Italy.
No.
But the defence was not up to it.
Just drifted a little bit too early there, Andre. That's all he did. And the angle beat him.
And the conversion is good from Lee Halfpenny. And Wales are 2 converted tries in front. A smile appears.
Yeah. Just watch him. He goes. He just goes too early. Shows in the inside. He's too big, too powerful. Good support by Scott Williams. Try.
So just 30 seconds remaining for Italy to try and salvage something else, but Wales keep hold of this.
And they've defended well, the Italian back line. But again, just one missed tackle. Try.
Inside.
Priestland. Parise.
Good play, Parise.
Outside of the hand to Allen. Clock will go red. Final passage of play. Oh, Campagnaro hangs on to it, and he's got some pace. Campagnaro will pick in field for Esposito to try and get there. A touchdown, though, from Priestland will bring this half to an end. And another nice touch from Italy. They have threatened at times, but doesn't come to anything. And the 2 tries the difference.
Yeah, I think it's not much in it. Just the mistake and then that try at the end. The game has been quite even. The Italian have had better territory. I think Wales will have to pick the tempo in the second half. I think that's what they'll want to do. They'll have to carry the ball a little bit more and just take it, tie the inside defence in, and then go wide a little bit later. But, very comfortable for Wales with that late try by Scott Williams.
Didn't take much to create. A couple of tries there for Cuthbert. For Scott Williams, 17-3 Wales lead at half-time. That's the difference. 14 points. I think our poll shows that perhaps we don't have too many people watching in France, as you might expect. 6%. But Wales are off to a decent start so far. And again, it's all about building momentum. You can't afford to make too slow a start, although Wales did that last year.
Yes.
Going for 3 in a row. Hasn't been done. Hasn't been won outright 3 years in a row. A few sides have won it twice and then tied for first place.
I was talking to Carlo before the match, and he was saying that all the exit kicks are done by the Italian scrum half. Well, I don't understand why, because he's made about 4 or 5 kicks now and only gone 20 yards, so they've under pressure, long kick off, and they're regaining the ball, you know.
Well, it eventually comes back to Wales and North. No changes to either side at half time. And Wales with the first chance to make an assault here.
No.
Charteris. Falatau. Taulupe Falatau. Paul James. And Priestland. Behind Tipuric, it goes to Williams, out to Halfpenny.
It's a good tackle, but Moscow had to be made. That's what I'd like to see. Halfpenny hitting it more often. He's got, you know, great pace. Very dangerous in that channel.
Alan Wynne-Jones.
Push 5.
Remember Sam Warburton waiting on the bench. Still not quite match fit after that shoulder injury. That's a good back row to try and get back into for Warburton. Tipuric's been impressive so far. There's Priestland again.
Advantage.
Ball lost forward.
Advantage over.
There's Campagnaro. Very wide to Sato, and the winger chasing this down with Campagnaro. If he can hack it on and chase it down himself, it's going to be a try for Campagnaro.
That's a very, very good try. Good move. Give it a little bit of width. An excellent kick. Excellent kick by Sato, and that's exactly what they wanted.
I just wonder if there was a hint of a forward pass earlier on. Campagnaro to Sato. So we are going to the TMO. Ian Ramage is going to have a look at this. We'll hear what John Lacey asked to see. I think if you're going to look at this in slow-mo, you may well see that forward pass.
Forward by his hands straight away, unfortunately, because it's a great finish. A great finish.
Well, forward.
There's nothing on from there.
Just checking this pass.
Oh, it's such a difficult one. It's whether his hand's going forward or not. I think the pass is going forward. It's forward.
It's a tight one. Forward pass is much in the news at the moment.
Well, Glenn Jackson's right near him. Yeah, it's forward. It's a forward pass.
Again, according to the letter of the law, this is the grounding was fine. Michele Campagnaro getting down there as his pass.
Well,
Yes, John, are you okay with that? I've got a decision for you. You may award the try.
Well. Try for Italy for Campagnaro. His pass not ruled to have been forward. Again, we stress it's in the rule book. It's all about where the hands go in the pass.
Yeah. There's the turnover by Priestland. That's very good play again. They go wide straight away. They didn't look to kick. They go wide, and it's an exceptional finish and a very, very good try by the Italians. I think Campagnaro has played exceptionally well.
She'll have another look at that pass again in a moment, but the end result is it's been adjudged by Ian Ramage not to have been forward. Tommaso Allen
Just pulled it.
But a good start to the second half for Italy. Again, much in the news at the moment because they're saying the rule is
there's the pass. There's the
do the hands go forward?
Yeah, it's a very, very good kick, and the pace of Campagnaro and the control of the kick. That's a very good try. Very good try.
A lot of people say a forward pass, it should go back to being a forward pass as a ball that goes forward, irrespective of the momentum carrying the ball forward. But the laws as they stand. A bit of crossing interference there from Italy, so it's going to be a penalty for Wales.
Obstruction, number 1.
Michele Rizzo obstructing.
Number 1.
So we're going to have a pop-at goal for Wales. We're going to have the thoughts from Carol Del Fava on that bright start by Italy.
I know, John, I think it's a fantastic way. They just kept the ball in hand on the turnover. Normally in the past you'd see Italy make one pass, kick that ball down the field, and that would be the end of possession. Just shows you that their thoughts of actually trying to get down the pitch and score some points. Well worked try, he did everything right. Chip kick on the last defender to regather and use his pace to score the try.
Let's put Carlo on the spot. Forward pass, Carlo, or not?
Tough one.
The pause is enough, Carlo. The pause is enough.
That's never going to be forward, I don't think.
There we go. Try was given, but a chance for Lee Halfpenny to take Wales to 20 points. No, he hooks it. 9 points it remains. A rare miss from his favoured side.
He snatched that a little bit. Just pulled it.
I would always be a bit put off by the looming spectre of Neil Jenkins just hovering behind you now.
Yeah. One of the game's greatest kickers, if not the greatest. Open a debate.
I noticed that Lee Halfpenny has now passed James Hook. He's third in the all-time point score, but a long way behind Neil Jenkins and indeed Stephen Jones.
I think it'll be interesting to see. We mentioned Hook there. Is it worth giving Hook a little run in this game at number 10 to see how he goes?
Paul James. There's Alan Jones. Faletau in midfield.
He carries the ball a lot, doesn't he, Faletau? Small! He's kept up, though. Things got him up there. That's a turnover ball, that is.
Yeah, it's good work by the Italian defence.
Just watch where Faletau goes, Parisi also goes. But he usually carries the ball because he's got such good feet. You know, he can step and get through the tackle, but on that occasion they surround him. That's why I feel sometimes you need a runner with him. Just take a runner on his shoulder and take one of the defenders away.
Let's go.
Well, the tackles that have had to be made, and 5 missed tackles for Italy. One of them very, very important as Scarleby missed Jamie Roberts, and Scott Williams was in for the second try.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Scrum wheels round.
It's a very good scrum by Wales. Very good scrum. First 2 scrums of the match went against them with Paul James collapsing. They've really turned it round now. Very dominant in the scrum.
The Italian scrum is not what it once was.
No, it's not. Yeah, and that was the platform of their game, their forward power. But that's why they're trying to, change their style a little bit. I think Gori has a significant part to play in that, the scrum half. Good attacking position for Wales.
Good response by Italy.
Good response.
It's not what it was, the Italian scrum, is it?
No, definitely not.
Oh, destroyed the Welsh scrum there. I think they were still resting on the laurels of the previous scrum. And straight through them, earned the penalty. Allen's kick is a very, very good touch finder.
After that try, the tails will be up. They got good field position once again.
Just a little bit of a murmur around the stadium at the moment. 9 points.
It's quiet.
What they wanted to see. 2 tries to 1. Italy in good position. Giraldini. Again, Bortolami.
That's 1-9.
Had one go at the maul there. And a hand is out from John Lacey. Penalty coming to Italy.
Kick this. Definitely go for goal, yeah.
Which they're doing, just saying, coming in at the side, walking round the side. They're not coming in through the proper channels.
Well, he won't be happy with second half performance.
Another chance for Tommaso Allen. A real revolving door to fly house for Italy after Diego Dominguez, who is a rich source of points, great kicker. And one of these 20-year-olds in the Italian backline. A chance to get Italy within 6 points.
Yeah.
It was always drifting. He's hooked a couple now.
Yeah, too bad, really. Kicks. He's got to aim for the far right upright. If he's going to bend it in right to left, he's got to aim it at the right upright. Just watch, he's aiming at the, you know, not far enough right with the pull.
In that narrow defeat against Argentina in November 1914, they lost. He missed 4 penalties. He's no Dominguez yet in that department. Half an hour to go. And a couple of chances squandered with the boots by Italy. It's still there. Bright and bustle, the Italians. Certainly got a bit of something about them today. Not Heldens. Zani keeps going and offloads well. And it's taken on by Heldenhuis. Here's Giraldini.
Good play.
Castrogiovanni.
Certainly looking to offload the Italians. It's usually ball at the jumper and head down.
Straight through the middle, but a leap into the figure of Hibbard, but Italy still with the ball, and it's a decent pace of ball as well. Here's Heldenhuis again. Yes. Allen.
He's done well, Allen, because I thought he was on his own. His chances on, pass. Oh, great defence, Scott Williams. The pass was on. They had numbers on the left-hand side.
There's a Rizzo, the loose head prop, who took it in. There's a tight head, Castrogiovanni.
Off feet now.
There's Leonardo Sarto in off the left wing.
Yeah, trying to get the fast little wingers in and up against the forwards near the pillars of the ruck.
Inside to from Bortolami.
It's good pressure by the Italians. Need to keep their composure, that's all they are. Slowly going forward, making inroads into the Welsh defence. Only Hibbard really smashing defensively.
Here comes the noise of the Millennium Stadium trying to rouse the Welsh defence, which is pretty good so far. Italy trying every offload at the moment. Wide it goes now. There's Alberto Scarbi.
Oh, and as it always has, it just run out of patience. That's the turnover. They need a spark now, Wales. They need someone to either do a run, a big hit, or something. Just a spark this side. Is a little bit flat in the stadium, and the Italians are playing exceptionally well, controlling the tempo of the game.
Bergamasco, though, should know better. All his experience going in off his feet there. Penalty to Wales. A couple of players getting a bit of treatment as well.
Actually, they do make changes and impact from the bench.
Priestland's kick this time doesn't make too much ground. Just a look at the fixtures to come for both sides. Wales, of course, away to Ireland next up. I'm talking about that. Then home to France, away to England, home to Scotland. Italy away to France next Sunday, then home to Scotland, away to Ireland. Finish off at home against England.
Tough start. Oh, great ball, Faletau. That's what I mean. It's just get a runner on him.
A very tough start for Italy away to France next Sunday. Within much of a chance, ball loose on Sato now. He's got Parisi inside. Oh, and the ball doesn't go to him. Goes instead to Priestland. Now can Wales attack Hibbard?
That's loose.
The game opens up just a fraction. Lydiate.
Away 3. Advantage.
And Giraldini offside trying to take Priestland, so Wales have the advantage.
Still advantage.
Luke McLean is so deep, the chip is on.
So this kick will go to McLean, but he'll come back for that penalty.
2 offside. No advantage.
I think there's one thing Priestland has got to look at. Defensive line
No advantage. 2 blue offside.
is working exceptionally hard. Good line speed by the Italians. But Luke McLean is defending so deep, and there's not a sweeper. So there's an opportunity for a grubber or a chip behind the Italian defensive line. Very unfortunate there, Zabi. I thought he might have kicked on at a foot race.
Let's go 10.
Good interception by Priestland. Well read.
A lot of the Italian backline are taking their chance well, because a lot of big Italian players are missing. Andrea Mazzi, Gonzalo Canali, Venditti as well.
I think Campanaro has been exceptional.
Tommaso Benvenuti out injured. But a good position here for Wales. Still far from put this game to bed. Tipperick once more. The man at the back. Now a bit of space. Cuthbert. Charteris. Makes some good ground. Here's Lydiate. Good step from Priestland.
He's in.
Still going on. Priestland might go all the way. Reece Priestland gets it in field. The ball is loose and out it goes. Charteris, it was at your feet. Great play from Reece Priestland for a moment. He was Phil Bennett.
I thought he was away. Once he steps that, and once he fends, I thought he was in. Once the fend was there and he gets away, but McLean does exceptionally well, hangs on to him, inside ball. Great step, slow dummy, step, has the fend, and he's away. Top of 22, let's have a look. Ball goes back inside. Yep, Luke Charters gets his big foot to it. Drop out 22.
A change made by Italy. Alberto Di Marchi has come on in the front row. It's a loose head prop for Michele Rizzo. As we restart, and Cuthbert has it. Here's Falatau. And Falatau breaks a tackle or 2, offloads to Tipperick. Just a couple of tackles being missed by Italy now. Jamie Roberts.
Not enough space there, actually.
But Wales straight onto the attack again. Alan Wynne-Jones.
Release doctor! All available, no.
Adam Jones comes in to play scrum half. Lydiate is the link, and good hands from Williams, and on to Halfpenny and Tipperick, and Cuthbert slips a tackle again. Keeps it alive, and North tries to give it in field, but
counter-attack.
Giraldini.
Hibbard again nails him.
No hands.
Hibbard and Giraldini have enjoyed their meeting today. Penalty to Italy. Wales off the feet.
Stay on your feet, please. 6.
Yeah, you're right. Starting to fall off tackles now. Opportunities. Tipperick, this is it. Desperate tackle. Desperate tackle. Cuthbert just gets inside. Parisi just gets to him.
Well, Italy needs some good field position.
Off, please.
And Italy about to make another change. Giraldini is going to go for...
He's done well, really, Giraldini, to last this long, because he took a big hit.
There's a Davide Giazzon coming on for Giraldini, who's Well, he's taken some big hits from Hibbard in particular. You saw that Wales are waiting to make a change as well.
7.
Listen to see who comes off.
Red 4.
Chatwith goes off. Coombs comes on. Another change as well. Bergamasco goes off.
So changes happening all over the place. There is Coombs coming on for Nick Charteris in the second row, and Mauro Bergamasco.
Like Minto, isn't it? I like Minto.
Yeah, Francesco Minto is on in the back row for Italy. And there is newish prop, Alberto Di Marchi. I just sensed that a few fresh legs were required.
Certainly a lot sharper, aren't they, Italians?
But for that very hard start to the championship, again, stress away to France their next match. This game is certainly far from beyond them at the moment. 9 points the difference. Little chip from Tommaso Allen.
Well played. It's on.
Read by Halfpenny. And the chase back. Leonardo Sarto is there, and he's just going to watch it, but it's not going to run dead, so has to try and make his way around. George North does well. And kicks long, Halfpenny waiting.
Chances on the counter-attack.
Faletau.
Oops.
The prettiest pass to Priestland. So he kicks between McLean and Parise. Parise says that's going long.
That won't go dead, so...
Time off.
I'm just going to say the touch judge is coming into a word. I think if he was talking about that challenge by Paul James on Tommaso Allen much earlier in the move. It reminds you of the other fixtures coming up as well this weekend. France against England, of course.
Big game that is.
4:30, straight after this one, really. And then Ireland plays Scotland tomorrow, 2:30. That's also BBC One HD. So that chat there was, and I think Paul James is going to be brought forward for that.
Pastrana.
Well, Paul James said, I just stood my ground.
That's not a penalty. That is a pathetic penalty by an assistant referee who wants to come on just to be seen on television.
Well, it was Francesco Pastrana on the far side who came in.
If you're going to kick a ball in traffic, you got to expect you got to run round people or take the hit. Not because it's just. I think it's a poor decision. That's a great kick.
That's a big decision now when you look at the position.
Yep.
Paul James immediately afterwards said there was nothing in that, as he would do. But looking at the replay, it was time to get out of the way. He didn't raise his arm.
He doesn't need to get out the way. You know, that's the thing, does he?
But the replacement hooker, Davide Ghiazzon, has the ball, and Italy have this position.
Great position. Oh, great
Parise.
take.
Wonderful take with the right hand by Parise.
That's 1-9. That's 1.
Italy going backwards at the moment. Good defensive shot from Wales. But coming infield a bit gives options to Italy, a little bit more space.
Unlucky. Chance.
Hands away.
And Hibbard secures it. Phillips.
Advantage over.
Advantage
Roberts.
over.
Long way wide to George North.
Great tackle.
Don't quite take him into touch though.
No, one-on-one. Esposito takes him.
A good counter up there by Italy. Into touch it goes now.
Counter up is good.
That's very good play.
Well, it is Esposito. He's played well since his early mistake. And you think of that 7 points, that try, and the difference 9 points at the moment into the final 20 minutes.
Stay fine.
Yeah, half-time, 17-3 up, you're thinking, you know, the Italians could be onto a beating, but they've played exceptionally well in the second half.
Hibbard then, line out through under pressure.
Stop moving. Stay on the mark, please. Stay. Stay.
Taken down by Almond Jones, and Phillips swipes it away.
Well, chance to counter-attack.
Esposito fumbles, but it went backwards, and he sends it high. Now that is a towering kick, landing just outside the 22, but Halfpenny does his thing.
Hold.
Deep to Priestland. Kick half charge down. Who will fall upon it? Castro Giovanni gets it away well to Campagnaro.
He's like Dino's off then, wasn't he?
Yes.
40 years old and smoking like a chimney. Went forward,
No.
scrum to Wales.
Check for what?
This is Campanaro again. He's played well, hasn't he?
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
There he is. I think he's got to get higher trajectory on those kicks. You know, when the chase has been so good by the Italians today,
Crouch.
you know, you've got to give a little bit of on the length. Just make sure you get the height.
The thing which is
Set.
really keeping Wales out of touch at the moment is just a couple of missed kicks from Allen. Penalty to Wales.
Step 3.
At this level, Andrew, you know, when you get those penalties and for conversions, you've got to really, you know, take them.
There was one missed kick, of course, by Halfpenny as well. Long kick by Halfpenny, and there is Esposito.
He's played well after that mistake he did first couple of minutes. Esposito.
Halfpenny chasing this one down. Parisset, meeting the great players there, and Parisset.
There's only one winner there.
McLean, there's space back there. Cuthbert is heading back there. Gives it to Priestland, and 3 Italian jerseys up there, and Priestland does not too badly.
Rock.
There's Paul James.
Okay. No. Hold.
They look tired, the Welsh players, to be honest.
McLean always pride themselves on their fitness, Wales, but a couple of players perhaps not match sharp, but coming back from injury. Parisi carries it in, and then Gazon.
Move!
There's Francesco Minto.
It's on the other side. Oh.
No, it's fine.
It's on, still on now. It's still on.
McLean, there is an overlap. Wide it goes, and Campagnaro.
Oh, should have stayed outside then. Luke McLean.
Offloads well. Kelvin House.
Again, the steal isolated. And there he is. Falatau is there again.
Ah, here comes Sam.
Lydia, tell you what, I think it's Lydia going off, you think?
Time off.
Well, he's very, very short of matches. Hasn't featured since the November Test matches, but Sam Warburton is back with us on for Dan Lydiot.
Yeah, and with all the political situation in regional Union Rugby, the support for Sam Warburton is clear.
Rodri Jones is on as well in the front row. On for Adam Jones. Yeah, very talented young prop, Rodri Jones. A couple of them, Samson Lee as well. And Sam Warburton has been out for a while with that shoulder problem.
Just feel he'll need to get something here now.
Hold.
A bit of breathing space again.
Well, 15 minutes to go. Just 9 points in it. Roberts that scored before.
That's a difference. When they do pick the tempo up, they look far more dangerous, don't they?
Accidental.
An accidental obstruction, so Italy will have the scrum. haven't seen too much of it, but just that little extra gear, it does seem to be available to Wales.
Yeah. Time off. 9. Captain, wait for the
It'll
ball.
make a change.
Okay?
News of that in a moment. But Ryan Jones, what do you make of this?
Well, we've seen a phase of play there, which I feel sums up Wales' second half at the moment. We've seen a fantastic kick, relieving pressure with the penalty. We've had 2 wonderful phases with 2 good gain lines, and then it's just followed by a mistake. This has sort of summed up the half for me, in that we haven't been able to get any sustained pressure, which hasn't allowed us to implement and enforce our game and use our big runners, maintain that gain line, string phase after phase, and really stress this Italian team. Because what we're looking for is we're looking to create a mismatch in defence. We're looking for our high numbers to be playing against Italian low numbers. But again, like I said, we haven't been able to manufacture that by having enough phases.
Yeah, I haven't seen George North or Cuthbert enough with ball in hand, Ryan.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Jeff. You know, we see week in, week out, we see George with Northampton. He's used in around the breakdown, and when he has had the ball, he's done very, very well. So it's about upping the tempo and see if we can get some reward. We need to come away from areas of the field like this with points now.
Oh, penalty to Wales, and this may effectively put the game to bed. Tobias Botez fresh on the field at scrum half, but Italy not driving straight. Sergio Parisse not happy.
Well, it looked like, you know, young Audrey Jones then, so I don't know.
Well, John Lacey's interpretation of that scrum was a penalty to Wales.
It's a very, very difficult job, isn't it? Ref in the scrum.
That's what he thinks of it. Halfpenny though, straight in front of the posts. This one fizzes through, and Wales reach 20 points. It is all about the victory for Wales to get them going, and that's what they're heading towards. So replacement now as Ken Owens comes on for Richard Hibbard. And Italy get us going again.
Good take.
Coombs reaching for that one.
No.
Priestland's poke.
I'm not sure why. It worked that time, but why do you have to kick the ball 20 yards in the air to try and get possession when you've already got it?
You see Rhys Webb on at scrum half for Wales as well.
Touch and release 3.
Warburton the link this time. Priestland.
That's a better kick. That's a very, very good kick.
Beyond Sarto, no time for the quick throw, and Wales into the Italian 22.
Right then.
An extra penalty just gives them that cushion, perhaps, to with a little bit more
3 and 5.
confidence. A couple of changes waiting for Italy. On come Joshua Furno and Lorenzo Cittadini. Cittadini on the left, Furno on the right. Cittadini coming on for that man, Castro Giovanni in the front row.
5 is said.
And Furno is coming on for Bortolami in the second row.
Time on.
So the bench is almost empty now. Still on there is Parisse.
Stop 16.
And Allen sends it towards Halfpenny.
Oh, good play.
And gets the ball away to Roberts.
Yeah,
Backwards.
good to see them, you know, another pass. Oh, no.
Oh, interception, and it's going to be a run for the line. It's going to be a try, and it's going to give Italy hope. It's Campagnaro again. the post. It will be 7 points, and the game is still alive.
Well, you could see that from here, up in the commentary position. Once Lee Halfpenny had the ball, you could see it straight away. The interception was on. He didn't look. The long pass, and he knows as soon as he throws the ball, Lee Halfpenny knows Campanaro is in. No one was going to get anywhere near this kid.
2 tries for 20-year-old Michele Campanaro. He scored a try on his first start against Argentina as well. And there is hope, real hope for Italy, for Jacques Brunel. And this is worrying for Wales. Still 10 minutes to go. And just 5 points in it with a conversion of Tommaso Allen. Italy have only once won away in the Six Nations, beating Scotland.
Well, he read that very well. Lee Halfpenny knew as soon as he threw it, it was an intercept.
Hasn't he played well, Michele Campanaro?
He has.
Esposito.
Big 10 minutes this. The Italians really confident.
Use it!
What a result this might be for Italy if they could pull something out of it. This would be the greatest result in their history, even with wins against France and Ireland last year. They were at home. This is away against the defending champions. A thump comes in, and Halfpenny, but he will stay strong enough to get that back.
They've got to play now, Wales, and play in the right areas. Again.
The ball was out, says the referee, and Rhys Webb scragged, but he too gets it back.
Use it!
Alan Wynne-Jones. There's Andrew Coombs, the Dragons captain.
Penalty.
Blown away.
Go on, it's on.
Taken quickly by Rhys Webb.
Good tap and go by Rhys Webb.
Tipperick gets it to Priestland, and there is Jamie Roberts again.
He's on his own, Well done. Scott Williams gets there.
And Priestland and Wales coming forward now. I thought they'd won this game with that penalty. But a gift, both sides have had a gift of a try now. Faletau.
Very interesting to see watch where Luke McLean is defending the full-back. He's defending in the line, so they've dropped the winger back and they've dropped the scrum half back, but there is space behind the defensive line for Wales to exploit.
Priestland again. It is Warburton. Alex Cuthberts. All the way back for that penalty. It was a long advantage, and Davide Giazon
got to kick it, kick for goal. 8 points. Got to kick for goal.
16.
Well, it is going to be a proper goal, Carlo Del Fava. It's close.
I know, just besides that last phase of play, I mean, literally just piggyback them down the field, and now you're facing the threat of 3 points. But I mean, a fantastic try from Campanaro. Honestly, absolutely opportunistic, went for it, it paid off, used his pace to get over the line, and I think the whole afternoon he's been threatening to do something. He's been great in D, he's been patient with his ball in hand, and I think he really deserved an outcome there.
Well, Mauro Bergamasco is back on a blood replacement because Alessandro Zani is bleeding. But this, of course, to take Wales beyond a converted score clear. Lee Halfpenny has missed just one.
This is quite an important kick, this, just to take the game away from the Italians.
It's low and it's through. Good from Lee Halfpenny. It may be good enough.
And that's the difference, you know, when a kick is needed to be slotted, you need a guy with a high percentage success rate. And that's what he's done.
I wonder if Sergio Paris's side still believe they can do something. We've seen some great comebacks at this famous ground in recent years. Wales just need to hang on and get a winning start to the championship.
Yeah, just playing the right area now, Wales.
Priestland sends it long, straight down the middle. McLean is there.
Bit too far this, but the chase is very good.
And Tipperick up so very quickly.
Stay there now.
And Butes.
Stay there. Away.
It's Mauro Bergamasco.
That'll be interesting to see. A bit of rucking.
Good running again from Italy. Tommaso Allen.
Yeah.
Bergamasco. And Parise. And that's just slipping away from Italy now. 8 points. Furno.
Hands away! Well, let it come now, ball's available.
Still there for Italy, but inside their own half. 5 minutes remaining. Parise offloads it to McLean, gets it away to Allen. Campagnaro.
Ball's available. Use it, 9!
Held in house for Italy. McLean once more. Little poke forward, but it's fumbled and Furno up there quickly on George North.
Okay. Use it! Get ball away!
There's Tipperick. Blue shirts swarming around him.
Good counter rucking again. Get it out.
He just took a step and then slices it.
George North is offside, leave it go. I sent the touch straight away. Well, I saw Bergamasco using his feet. Let's see it. We couldn't see it this side. Let's have a look.
No, he didn't play, he didn't play. Blue 11.
Look at it. He's going for the ball. Good. That's not the ball. There's nothing in that. If you're going to put your foot there, you might expect that.
That's Tommaso Iannone coming on for Leonardo Sarto on the Italian wing. 3.5 minutes remaining. 8 points. Maybe enough of a buffer and a missed line out as well, and Wales have it.
Stay, captain.
Roberts. A little infield pass to George North.
Tackle release! No, captain!
And Priestland goes to ground. Paul James.
Hold.
Missed by Scott Williams, and Tipperick is there.
Just a tackle, let it come now, Blue! Just a tackle! No, leave it go! Leave it go!
Webb is engulfed.
Use it!
Rather weak strains of bread of heaven around Millennium Stadium.
Stop
2.5 minutes remaining, and long it goes from Priestland. Tobias Butes. And Butes kick almost charged down. Chance falls to Roberts. Move now quickly. There's Williams back into Alan Wynne-Jones.
Quick ball.
Halfpenny tries to stab it through. Faletau and Coombs link. Crossfield kick from Priestland to Campagnaro, calls for the mark. 2 minutes to go, man of the match time.
Well, my RBS man of the match is the guy on the ball there. Michel Campagnaro. I think defensively he's been superb. The drift defence and the kicks. I know he's gone down with cramp, but you know, he's scored 2 lovely tries. So he's my RBS man of the match. Hibbard's been well, but him.
A couple of tries for him. Interception was his second one. And he's got man of the match crown. Paul James is off.
Yes.
Nearly 67,000 in here today. A decent showing, to say the least.
Outside 15.
Tipuric takes it down, and heading towards the final minutes. The victory is coming for Wales, but a lot to be said for Italy's performance today and what might have been.
Ball, turnover.
No, scrum to Italy.
Ball form, turnover.
Yeah, and I think you know, Ryan's comments just halfway into the second half. Yeah, there's just been far too many mistakes. You know, they haven't built the pressure and built the phases, you know, to create opportunities, and they'll have to do it a lot better against Ireland next week.
See the stadium announcement that Michele Campagnaro was man of the match, and it was met with real approval around the stadium.
Yeah, delighted with that. Didn't get any stick.
What do we make of this performance as we have this final breakdown, Jonathan? Not just for Wales, but for Italy as well in the matches to come.
I think the Italians have played exceptionally well. You know, there's definite tempo and pace and a little bit more creativity from midfield. You know, they've missed those crucial kicks which could have pulled them, you know, closer into the tie. But those three there will be happy with the result, but not with the performance. You know, it's the first start. I think it's a sluggish performance. You know, haven't created a lot of opportunities. They've played very similar to what they have done in previous years, but it's just, you know, but they've been successful, and it's up for teams to try and beat them, you know, knowing they are playing like that. But I'd like to see a little bit more creativity. But if they cut the mistakes out, you know, Wales will improve.
2 tries apiece, 2 tries in the first half for Wales, 2 in the second for Italy. Scrum goes down again. That's been another unsatisfactory part of the game. That might be an end of things now. The clock goes red. John Lacey getting an instruction there, I think.
Discipline. Let's get our shoulders up, boys. Okay?
We're going to have this scrum.
Seconds. Crouch. Mind.
So the final ball is Italy's. Botes feeds. Parise plays a bit of football. Advantage to Italy. They have the penalty, and away goes their captain. Carried on now by Francesco Minto. And the crash ball just about repelled by the Welsh defence. Here's Josh Furno, Biarritz's second row.
Advantage. Advantage, red knock on.
Another advantage to Italy.
Knock on it is, so.
No hands now, captain.
You can play it now, knock
advantage
on.
Over.
Good thump coming in on Tommaso Iannone.
Turnover is good.
Ball go wide, 2 passes, it's on.
Well, they could run it out or they could score a try. Cuthbert now.
Rock.
Wales keep it alive. They want to take a little bit more
release
from this game. Jamie Roberts down injured at the moment in this final passage of play. Priestland sends it cross-field. Furno waiting on the far side for Italy. And the ball goes loose, but then a little tap on from George North. And that will be the end of things. A look at the clock, a blast on the whistle from John Lacey, and a victory to open the defence of their Six Nations campaign for Wales. But again, not the whole story. It is a win, though.
Yeah, you know, you have to get off to a good start, and that means winning. That's the most important thing. They won't be happy with their performance. You know, it was a bit sluggish, a bit scrappy, and just far too many mistakes, which, you know, didn't, you know, give them momentum and build pressure. So, but a big, you know, good win for Wales to start. But they know there is a big test in Dublin next week for them, and they will have to raise their game. The Italians, a very, very good performance, and I think they've improved on their performances from last year. You know, and that'll give them confidence going into France, but a very tough game in France for them.
Yes, a reminder of the fixtures. Italy away to France, then home to Scotland, away to Ireland, home to England, Wales, that match away to Ireland, then home to France, away to England, at home against Scotland to finish things off. But a couple of tries apiece here, and we did think at half-time that Wales were going to move away.
Yeah, I think the first try at half-time would have been crucial, especially if Wales would have got it. But just that try got them back into the game, and they hung on in there, as they always do, the Italians.
So there we are, a couple of tries in the first half for Wales, for Cuthbert and Scott Williams, but 2 for Michele Campagnaro in the second half. It was close. Wales 23, Italy 15.
So Wales get the win, an entirely different atmosphere to what it was like here 12 months ago, Ryan, because after getting thumped by Ireland, the fans weren't happy, Warren Gatland wasn't happy. It's a win, that's the most important thing, as Jonathan says, but knowing Warren Gatland, knowing that squad, and how tight it is, and how honest it is, what will be the general assessment?
Well, the boys will be highly critical of it now, as they are, win or lose. You know, we've got to remember as well, we came into this competition with the goal of winning 5 from 5. It's 1 down, we tick it off. That's the major positive. That's the only stat that ever counts. So we've got to look at it now over the next week. And like you say, we've certainly got to up the game, up the tempo, and be more clinical next weekend.
Okay, well, let's hear then from the man of the match, Michele Campagnaro. He's with Ross.
Yes, Michele Campagnaro joins me now. Many congratulations on your man of the match award. 2 tries today. Do you feel that's a game you could have won?
Yeah, it's a big emotion. Play here is a dream of one life for me, and it's a big emotion. I'm very happy. I don't know. My English is a little bad, sorry.
You're doing very well so far. It was a tough attritional game. Italy didn't have the best autumn. Will this give you faith now going into the rest of your campaign?
Yeah, it was a difficult match. The Wales is a big team, and I hope we improve and we better the next time.
Okay, all the very best of luck.
Thank you.
And Jamie Roberts joins me now. Congratulations, Jamie. A hard-fought victory. I guess relief is the overwhelming emotion.
Yes, obviously, you know, to win is what international rugby is about, but we certainly made it hard for ourselves. I think the 2 tries Italy scored, obviously one's an interception, one's a turnover, so you know, we've got to tighten up those mistakes in our game, and certainly we do them against Ireland next week, we'll lose a match. So this week, massive focus on, you know, retaining the ball and no silly mistakes.
Ryan Jones made the point in commentary, perhaps just not enough sustained pressure, some flashes of danger, but just not anything sustained today.
Yeah, true. You know, we'd go through the phases, attacking well, you know, really making some good yards, then, you know, silly turnovers, maybe kicking the ball away. You know, everyone's guilty of it, and we just have to look at ourselves in training this week and cut up the errors. I think we showed some good rugby at times, the intensity we brought to the game. Certainly first match-up is very hard on the lungs and legs, but we've worked very hard the last 2 weeks, and we want to take that into the games.
Okay, good luck next week.
Top man, thank you very much.
Cheers, Jamie.
Cheers.